Confetti, smoking confetti. Yeah.
Okay, we're starting. We're gonna have dead space. Where's the best? Where is the? Starting right now. Need a microphone. I'm loud enough. All right. Welcome, everyone. We're going to get started. And I'm going to read from my phone. So, thank you for coming to our meetup. We really appreciate it. Glad you're here. And I have to read some things. Welcome to the Marketing, Automation, and AI meetup. We're so glad you can make it. Just some housekeeping, and then we'll introduce the featured speaker. The meetup's from 6:30 to 8:30. We have a featured speaker, who is Andrew Lang. He does a 45-minute presentation, and then we have Q&A afterwards, and then some networking. We have to be out of here by 8:30. It's a hard, ending, and we have to put the chairs back. So we need like the last, 10 minutes. And if you park downstairs, Emily has validation tickets. She's our coordinator back there. Thank you, Emily. She's great. And we also want to say thank you to the Capital Factory for sponsoring, letting us have our meetup here. Let's see what else is here. If you're interested in having a Capital Factory membership, go to their website and you can click on it. And they really offer a lot. So now, let's go to our speaker. I met Andrew Lane in February at an AI for Entrepreneurs meetup, which is now on hiatus. But it pushed me down a rabbit hole. And I've been on an AI-obsessed journey for the past year. So, Andrew Lane is the founder of Course Builder, Pros and Designer Hacker. He has over a decade of experience building brands and marketing businesses online. He's a certified internet marketing expert who's generated over $4 million in revenue from his, I'm trying to read this, from his digital products. And also he's a certified web design and course creator expert. He also was the affiliate manager for Copy.ai for 2 years, where he helped them grow from 28,000 to over 10 million users. Woohoo! His experience with Copy.ai gave Andrew a passion for leveraging AI tools to revolutionize marketing and branding. He's excited to share practical strategies on how brands, you're excited, right? How brands can tap into the creative potential of AI to grow their business with way less time and effort. Without further ado, Andrew Lane, come on!
All right, I'm going to try using this mic because I guess it helps a little bit. So excited to be here. This is going to be fun. I'm going to try to make this as helpful for you guys as possible. And I've got a lot of slides and demos I can show you, but I just want to have some fun with this because I'm really passionate about this stuff. And mostly, I'm not the tech guy. I'm not a programmer. I am more of a business mind. And I've just been looking at AI and the potential of how it can help us, all of us as entrepreneurs, create the life that we want and help a lot more people with way less work and make a lot more money doing it. So if that sounds cool, then shall we dive in?
Yeah. Woohoo!
All right, today, obviously, how to get more leads and money with AI. That's the main focus. Specifically, how to use AI in your marketing. Because if you make a great product or you have something really great to offer, it doesn't really matter if no one knows about it. So there's a few specific ways that I've been using AI and I've seen work really well. I think there's so many maybe things that you're coming in here with ideas of what you could do with AI. Some of you maybe are developing tools or programmers. There's a few specific things I'm going to show you today that anyone could use for their business because every business needs marketing, you need leads and sales. So I'm not going to get into technical stuff. It's more on the strategy of how to use AI in your marketing. I've got some real world examples, as you heard, a few awesome case studies to share with you. I'm going to show you the fastest way to get started if you want to find new ways to monetize this technology and incorporate it into your business. Tips and shortcuts and some live demo. All right, you heard my bio. I'm not going to go into that too much, but I will tell you way back in 2012, I started building software tools myself with a team of programmers, and we were able to attract over 50,000 customers to our business without any ad budget, without any funding. And the way we did that was old-fashioned, like networking, meeting people. And one of the themes tonight is going to be the importance of like the human element to all of this, because I haven't seen AI replace that yet. So we're going to look at some of the different ways to use AI, but there's also the human component. Even with a company like Copy AI, that was a very tech-focused, funded, big-time tech company, we actually developed live webinar sales strategies and built a brand that was more human-focused. Even though they had an AI tool, the human side of it is actually how they got a lot of the leverage to grow their brand and build a better relationship with their audience. All right. So if you want to check out my stuff, I really recommend going to designhacker.com. I've got a killer free training to show you how I'm using AI, and it's just like 1 hour action-packed of me going into some of my favorite shortcuts and how we're using AI in our business for our clients and for our own stuff. Also, if you want all of the prompts and tools that I use, you can check out brandbuilderclub.com. That's available to you to get access to all the stuff we use in our business, which is our agency where we help our clients build online courses and build their brand online by teaching and sharing and growing their audience and building multiple streams of income around their passion. So if you're interested in any of that, check it out, designhacker.com for sure, Brand Builder Club, and then Course Builder Pros. All right, quick background. Way back in March 2021, before AI was cool, I was playing around with all these new AI tools that I thought were amazing. And I had an agency at the time helping our clients with video creation and content marketing. And I was looking for a way to help them with their written content, which was really difficult for them and for us, and no one wanted to do it. And when I saw AI was starting to get smarter, I started playing around with the tools and got really obsessed with it. So I did a free training to show my audience like how this stuff was working, and I really saw the future of it even way back then. And what was cool is I became their #1 affiliate. Like I got an affiliate link and I shared it with my audience, and I started making money by promoting this company. And the CEO, like the next day, hit me up and wanted to reach out to me because they had some of the biggest marketers on the planet promoting this product, and none of them could sell it because no one really could explain what AI was doing and how awesome it was. So my one little video to my small audience, I became the #1 affiliate in the world for this company. And I teamed up with them, ended up coming on and helping them at the time become their affiliate manager. And so I got to ride this crazy roller coaster for like 2 years with a tech startup. They had about 10 people on their team at the time. And these were, real forward thinkers, some of the best like machine learning AI guys. I got to watch them through this journey. I bring this up because it's been really crazy to see behind the scenes and where we're at today. And I want you to know that where you're at right now with AI, you can basically become an AI expert in like 10 minutes by watching some YouTube video, because what you're seeing like come out every day is replacing everything that these programmers were building for years. So like with Copy AI, they kept building stuff, investing millions of dollars to build AI tools. They had these great big ideas of what it could do. And then OpenAI would come out with an update that just made it totally irrelevant. It's kind of the pros and cons of it. AI is replacing a lot of things, and a lot of things we're building the old-fashioned way, the hard way, are not really necessary because AI is getting so smart that it kind of eliminates the need for all these underlying layers. So the tide is rising, AI is getting smarter and smarter, and it's changing every industry really fast. Programming, obviously, all these tools are being built. So it's a really crazy time, but the good news is if you just use ChatGPT or Claude or Google's Bard or whatever they're calling it, you're really on the cutting edge, and that's the best stuff available, and it's basically free or $20 a month. That's just where we're at right now, and it's just a crazy time to have access to that kind of technology that is just light years ahead of where even the CEO, Paul here, thought we would be. They just kept saying, what the heck is going on? It's going way faster than we expected. So we got them to over 10 million users. Obviously, there's a huge wave of interest in the topic. And with a small team of, they still have like 30 people or less, 10 million users, really amazing to see that happen. But just seeing the demand, the curiosity in this space has been really exciting. I'm going to show you today some of the secrets, the shortcuts that they developed about a year and a half ago. There's a lot we can learn from how they did this because they're getting like 1 million views a month for free just through organic content. And some of the strategies that they used can be applied to every one of us. It's some really cool ways of leveraging AI, but also just more of the underlying understanding of how they thought about it and how they're solving problems for their customers at scale using AI. So we can apply that to anything. And I've been applying it to my clients in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to show that with you today. So this was in Utah in June with the Copy AI team. Just to illustrate that point, we were there for a week. It was amazing. And my team won the hackathon that week. So we built a tool that helped you build tools with AI. It probably sounds kind of like these new GPT builders that just came out, a month or two ago. And again, better than what we built, like the team dedicated months and months to build. It's still awesome and different, it can still be used, like what they're doing can still be used in some use cases. But again, that tide is rising. And OpenAI just built something that's now being used by millions and millions of people. And we were doing this a few months ago. It's just I'm seeing this trend a lot. So it's hard to keep up, but there's some opportunities here, all right? It's crazy times. It's awesome because you can replace a lot of the stuff you don't want to do. So it's a lot more fun. Business can be a lot more fun. You can have a lot more freedom, make much more impact, help a lot more people at scale. Obviously make much more money. And the big thing I want to take away from today is everyone's trying to figure this out, all right? You can become an industry leader in any industry if you just start to help people in your audience utilize AI. And it's going to start with you figuring it out for yourself, solving problems, and then teaching that. And now you can build tools to help your customers, your audience, do things faster and better. So AI can help each of us individually, but now the big opportunity is for leadership in this space to teach and create tools and solve problems for your audiences. So what's cool is I've been using AI for my agency in course creation. Our clients are doing some amazing things, and it's made it way easier for us to manage their content and create better customer experiences and solve problems for their customers. So obviously, I'm very biased about course creation because it's one of the best ways to make money online. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit today because really it's just a way to monetize your passion, your expertise. And AI fits really well into this because course creation is another industry being disrupted big time because who wants to sit through a bunch of long videos and trainings when you can have an AI bot that just does a thing for you? So we're taking all this content out of the mind and the experiences, the knowledge of these course creators. And we're solving problems in new ways. Instead of the traditional videos and the way of teaching, you can almost just make people better at what they do and solve problems for them instantly with AI. And so challenges, I want to see any of you guys feel like you can relate to these. Wasted time and energy tinkering with AI, anyone? Yeah, a few of you. Maybe you haven't got there yet. Constant changes, hard to keep up. Lack of strategy to leverage AI. You guys trying to figure that one out? There's a lot of ways to do it. So it's who knows the right answer. Everyone's still experimenting at this stage, and it's just going to get more complicated as we go forward. The big one here is there's a lot of competition in every industry. Maybe you're feeling this, even globally with the marketplace being global now. You can get people to do things for you overseas for super cheap. I have VAs all around the world. There's just more competition now with AI. People are creating content. It's more accessible to anybody to build a business and start things. So it's a crazy marketplace right now. And that's creating a lot of new opportunities, but also a lot of concerns for people, and especially if you're competing on price, because everything's getting cheaper, right? So services are getting cheaper, faster and easier to get done, AI is replacing some of that. Overseas labor is replacing that. So we all have to adapt pretty quickly here to figure this out. It's really every industry. So what's at stake? You know, I'm super passionate about entrepreneurship. I've been working with entrepreneurs for 10 plus years. It comes down to, you know, all this really matters, like the success of your business, how you make your money, security and peace of mind, mental, physical health. Like I said, there's a lot of potential of what this can do for us, but also if we don't adapt and leverage this technology, it could be easy to fall behind. So let's avoid that, right? So let's imagine 1 year from now, right? There's this potential of trying to figure this out, dreaming, wishing, hoping, you know, having the FOMO of seeing other people doing crazy things because we're going to get exponentially more capable if we leverage this AI. Some people are becoming, what's that? Oh, fear of missing out. So the potential is like, with Copy AI, the whole motto was be 100 times more productive. So 100x productivity. And they were trying to get everyone on their team to be 100 times more productive. So internally, companies are doing this. Entrepreneurs better figure it out as well. We all have to adapt and figure out what that means. I hope we can find a way to find that balance and like make it fun and enjoyable. We all benefit, obviously. But that's what's kind of happening. So I want to raise this awareness because my hope for you is that in a year from now, you can find a way, in your own unique way, to become a leader in your industry, build multiple streams of income, do work that's fun and fulfilling for you, and have a lot more time freedom because you don't have to do all the hard stuff anymore. I mean, in my own business, like all day I get to do the stuff I love to do, and AI is starting to replace all these tasks that used to take me a ton of time and make everything more difficult. And I'm finding ways to help give more value to my audience way faster. So that's where we're at right now. A year from now, it's going to be even 100 times crazier. So that's the vision, right? A year from now, that could be where you are. All right. What I teach people to do is go from this like dreaming, wondering, trying to put it together to moving up that ladder and through course creation and whatnot, getting to that top ladder of being a leader. And the truth is all the money and opportunities flow to people who rise up and position themselves as leaders. And I think this is more important than ever because of AI and because of especially content and what's happening online. There's so much information out there. People are going to look for trusted leaders that they can actually, you know, see their face, get to know them. The human connection, I think, will be more important than ever, but only if you're willing to step up and do that and connect with your audience. There's going to be so much noise, even like fake videos and whatnot. So actual leaders who have an audience and have a trusted relationship with their audience are going to have so many opportunities. So whether it's you, your face, or it's your brand, your company, you have to look for a way to position yourself as a leader in your space. And the good news is there's a million micro niches. So you don't have to be like the number one person in the world at some generic thing. You have to find a specific niche that you can solve problems in and build a relationship. It could be 100 people in the world. It could be 1,000, right? 1,000 true fans. You don't need a huge audience. Just find the people that you care about and start helping them, solving problems, become a leader in that space. And if you can do that, then you can potentially expand out beyond that. But you don't need a huge audience to make a good living and have a really fulfilling career. So it's more important than ever to position yourself as a trusted industry leader. And every micro niche needs a leader to help them with AI. So if you're into AI, it's going to get really fun because AI can solve a lot of problems for people way faster. So we're going to do some demos today on that. Any questions so far? Comments, concerns?
So are you going to help us find customers, or are you going to help us work with the customers we have?
A little bit of both. I'm going to show you what's working, like where AI fits into all this. All right, so my favorite quote, long-term games to long-term people. Build a brand in an industry, right? Long-term, check it out if you haven't followed Naval. Building wealth may take some time, but have a 3 to 5 year plan of what you're doing. And then my buddies, like we're all like, hey, we can't be the best AI general people in the world. We got to solve specific problems, get really good at that. Go deep in solving lots of problems in that space that you're in, that you care about. So I think I'm going to fast forward a little bit here because there's some general stuff that I get really passionate about. And it's basically this transformation of going from making money the hard way to making money the easy way, having more freedom, fulfillment, less stress. And for most of us, we're somewhere in the middle there of like trading time for money. There's this potential of how could I make money, right? That's what we're here for, using AI to make more money, have better lifestyle. Think to yourself, like, where are you at right now? Trading time for money, or what does it look like? What would a 10 out of 10 look like? How does that look in your business to have this like business running for you, different streams of income, and potentially AI doing a lot of the hard work for you, or your team being more effective? All right, so that's the vision to hold for this year. And then I love this, a lot of the clients that I work with, you're on that hard money line right now. It's a matter of when you can get to that point where the easier money becomes like your full-time thing. And that can become exponential. And that's really the game of all this. If you're in business, entrepreneurship, or just curious about it, that's the game. So let's get into the AI stuff. This is how I see it when it comes to using AI. Like, where does it fit into your marketing and money-making side of things? So 4 pillars, right? I'm gonna give you one. Audience. All right, we talked about copy AI. They use blogging to write thousands of articles with AI at scale. I'm gonna show you what that looked like and how they did it and their approach to it. That now gets them 1 million views a month. People come to their site for free. That's one way to do it. I haven't spent too much time in that space other than that one example. With my clients, you don't need a huge audience. Even with that huge audience, they weren't converting very well. So even with 1 million people coming in a month, only a tiny percentage were buying. So the big challenge was leads, sales, and then offers. So the way I see it and what I've seen working well is leads and offers are the 2 places that you can win right now with AI and drastically outcompete. Because leads come down to what? They're going to opt in to get something right from you. You can solve a problem quickly for free. And a lot of people have used like free training, resources, downloads, opt-ins to collect emails and build their audience, build their email list. But with AI, you can make that way more effective, right? So you can make lead magnets that are super powerful. And that's one thing that Copy AI did really well. They got the audience to show up through organic content, whether it's paid ads, partnerships, affiliates, Google, YouTube, whatever you're doing for audience, you have to get them to take an action. The first action is to take some kind of free step. So with AI, you can make that a much more personalized experience. So I'll show you some of that today, but that's to me a huge win for you, is to think about how can I give a more personalized and more value on my leads. Now the sales side I mentioned, AI may get there at some point soon where it can almost like sell your customer for you through some kind of chat experience or personalized data that it has about them. But as of right now, it's not quite there yet. It could happen soon. But even with Copy AI, we relied on videos and case studies, the traditional stuff with sales to move them from interested leads to buyers. So there's that human element there that really comes down to that's where your brand is going to make a big difference. Do they know you? Do they like you? Do they trust you? Do you have examples, case studies? Are you really building a brand, or are you just some flash in the pan AI bot that's generating content, right? So sales, if you want to make more sales, build your brand, like some kind of brand that's going to be long-term, that they can trust in you, that you're going to be around in a year. Because there's literally like tools and products and things popping up every day from scratch that no one cares about because the AI made it. Okay, so build a brand, you're going to make more sales. And then when it comes to offers, this is the back end side that's really cool. So like with my clients with course creation and anything that you're selling, how can you help the customer succeed faster? That's the big question. Do they have to sit through a bunch of stuff? Do they have to work with you for weeks on end? Whatever it is, find a way to make their success journey happen much faster. So in offers, it's just figuring out what can I add to my current offerings to make their life easier and give them the results they want faster. So what I'm doing with my course clients is we're building tools and resources with AI to make it easier for them. All right, so I'll show you some of that as well. So the two things to look at there are leads and offers, especially for using AI. And now the fastest way, as I mentioned, to make this transformation, maybe I want to help you avoid the going down the rabbit hole of tinkering with AI and bots and all these different things. This is going to save you a lot of time if you're interested in any of this. All right, productize your solution. And all the examples I share with you, this is really what they're doing. And what that means is solve specific problems, document your solution, how you did it, package it up, and then leverage that. And the packaging it up used to look like a lot of things, but now you can create GPTs and tools and basically software by just telling the AI what to do. But the AI will only do what you tell it to do right now. It may come up with generic stuff, but you have unique, specific knowledge and experiences and people you're helping that you can package up into tools and resources, and now you can use that to attract leads and enhance your offers. And that's how my clients are doing it. That's honestly how software companies do it. Software is just packaged up, productized solutions. We can all be software developers now. AI is basically giving you software development at your fingertips almost for free. And then any Alex Hormozy fans? Yeah, I would expect that at a meetup like this. So the value equation, this is where it comes back down to. If you want more leads, sales in your business, what's the dream outcome? Get clear on that. And again, if you can be more specific and niche down, it's going to be even better because it's going to speak to a smaller audience around, hey, they understand me, my pain, my problem, my concerns. Can they help me get there? Perceived likelihood of achievement. Oh, they built they show me some examples or resources, or they have an AI tool that can help me do that or help me understand it better, right? AI can help them believe in the success if they could see it more clearly, or click a button and something happens, right? Personalized for them. And then obviously way faster and with way less work. So again, leads and offers, and two things to focus on here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples of that. Does that sound cool? All right. So a couple different examples. I'll show you the Copy AI one, and then I'll show you some of the entrepreneurs that are really people of one-person teams, small teams, not huge companies, that are making crazy things happen with really basic tools. Let's see here. I have it all pulled up. All right, here it is. Let's open up Copy AI. All right. So the traffic the Copy AI was getting was mostly from these little widgets and tools. So people were looking for a way to solve a problem, right? SEO title generator, very specific. They figured out hundreds of problems, thousands of problems that their customers had that they were searching for, right? So high intent, people are searching for this. This is a crazy game, and I don't do this with my clients to try to win at this game. Just an example of a really high scale. At scale, you could do this with AI. Generate tools that solve problems for specific audiences. Think about how niche down you can get with SEO title generator for your food blog site. You can imagine all the variables that you could consider to give really specific solutions. So if you think about it, all the problems, all the people you could help, there may be 10,000, 100,000 different pages you can make and tools that you could generate with AI. And they were just simple tools. You would type something in and it does it for you. Solves a problem immediately. That's how they're getting tons of traffic. On the page, they just had some basic text. Again, AI generated all this, explaining the benefits here. So they built systems to do all that. I'm going to show you another one.
Got a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So are you saying that there's now custom GPT solutions that you can build that can actually spit out something like this? Like little widgets that you can put on your website to...
Yeah. It's getting there. It's kind of there. It's the direction it's going. Now, Copy AI was a little bit ahead of that, and they built their own.
Right.
And that's what we were working on with them. With OpenAI and these really basic tools, it's pretty much there. And if you have some programming abilities, you could build stuff like this pretty easily. Now, that's again, a little bit more advanced. I don't expect most of you to be doing that kind of stuff. Some of you are like, oh, easy, I know how to do that. Like my old business partner's like, I could do that in a second. So he is. But the other one here that is maybe a little bit more relatable And when I saw this, I thought, oh, wow, this is a really cool idea. So they did the same concept with these pages that are very specific problems. And they had to think about this, just like you have to do. Think about the problems your audience has. And you have to be a little bit creative. It's not text like writing necessarily, but there are problems that they have that they're searching for that they want to solve. And it may just be creative ideas that you help them create. Maybe it's not specific like email templates, but maybe it's imagining their future or journaling about their future, or, you know, there's so many creative things you could do to help them see something that's personalized for them and have some kind of experience of like, oh, wow, that was really cool. So with this, they created all these pages that were very specific, again, affiliate outreach email templates. And AI made all this. It gave them a breakdown. So they taught, this is their free content. They taught what you need to do. They showed you what it looks like. And then they gave you a button to go do it. So if you want to make one tool like this, you could think about, okay, what's a problem that my audience has that I could show them what they need to do. Then I can make some kind of little tool or widget or even just a prompt that would help them go do that with AI. All right, it could be a really fun exercise. It could be like researching the hot markets for real estate in your area, or there's just like, I'm obviously in the marketing world, so I always think about marketing problems that people have, but I've seen like crazy things in every industry. You know, we have some clients, and I'll show you over here, that are like, they help hairstylists with their marketing. So it's all these scripts on like what kind of content they could post on social media to engage with their audience, right? These are obvious things that they're helping their audience do. We're building tools like this to solve that problem. So they teach what you need to do, and then they build tools to help them do it. Yeah.
So would you just add, say you have some ads, say you got your brand, like whatever it is, you load that into ChatGPT or whatever you're using. Do you have to always prompt it to say, refer to what I gave you to make this? Or does it hold it there when you mention your company name and just go back and sell it?
Yeah, there's some new stuff coming out for that. They have, traditionally you had to. With the new GPT builder, you can, what I'm doing is like building, and I can show you this. You just tell it all the stuff about your business, upload it in there, and then you can go and like, I can just log in. Actually, I'll show you something cool, because it's very on. Okay, so I help the client. We built a Hair Queen assistant, her brand's Hair Queen. And it knows, like, we took all the information about her business and loaded it in there, and now she can just log in and tell it what to do, and it just pulls from the database. And this is, again, we built this for her. That's one way to do this, right? So we're adding value to our clients by uploading all the information about their business into AI, and then they can just log in, and now it's a custom bot for them. Like, her and her team can use it. And it costs us, like, nothing to build this, and $20 a month for her to use. Right. Yeah, that's honestly not my, like, I mean, yes, you could do it. There's a lot of ways through the API. I haven't dabbled with that yet because this is all pretty new. We were doing that with Copy AI, and my old business partner is a programmer, so I never did the programming stuff, but he's like already building this stuff to do that. So there's back-end ways to do it. This is front-facing that we all have access to. So the cool thing is, like, it's available through their platform to do this for any of us. And it's honestly like, you don't have to know any, you just have to tell the AI what to do, and it starts to do it. So I just told it, make a, anyway, if you guys want to know how to do this stuff, like, I'll teach you, because like, I can't do it today. I'm just showing you like what we're doing and what's cool. And this is like, so I can do this in like 2 minutes and build this stuff. Go ahead.
How do you set it? I built few.
Mhm.
Have a few hybrid.
Oh yeah, so you can just share it. You just give them, you just share, copy the link and share it with them.
I mean, the time, the leverage to find the time to give it with the problem already solved. I don't know how to give the time. Find the time and say, hey, looks like you're done for this.
Yeah, one thing that's worked for us is we've been using, I'll just show you our agency site. So we do these like custom consultations, and we basically help them like plan out their whole course. I just built AI prompts to help me do that. So I just need to know a little bit about they just fill out a quick form. And then I go in and like build out all these custom reports. Then we get on a call with them and I say, hey, here's like your target customer. Here's their problems, their pain points. Here's the kind of freebies we can create for you. Here's the course content we can create. So I use AI to help me in those like free consultations. So our freebie is actually a consultation where we then generate personalized ideas for their business and give that to them for free and have a conversation to get started. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, in terms of like the SEO strategy and whatnot, I mean, the article strategy is kind of getting one and two, right? And with the volume of content that's being produced now, I mean, it's kind of unsustainable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, I mean, so
SEO is changing fast. Yeah.
like whether it's 12 months or 24 months or 36 months, it's gone, right?
Yep.
Like, it's out. And if you were producing 1,000 articles a month, now you're doing 10,000. So if you
Right.
really had an economic model around it, you didn't do 100 extra on economic model. So like getting into that as a way of like pushing forward, like how viable do you think that is in like the time scale of getting ROI out of it? Because it's a real ass whooping to create content, whether you're using
Yeah.
AI or not. You know what I mean? Like it's a real time suck. And there's 94 processes and steps to doing it. So without a production line, it's challenging.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't do that. I do affiliate stuff, relationships, maybe paid ads. I don't even do much paid ads. It's all through networking. But again, the same concepts apply. Specific problems, specific audience. Can I help them quickly and more effectively than my competitors? And so that's where I look at it. With anything you're doing, you don't need 1,000, 10,000 pages. You may just need one good freebie and run ads to that. And if it really speaks to your target audience, and they're like, oh, that'd be great if I could solve this problem, or if they could do something for me right now. They click through, now they're a lead. Then you move them through the sales process of, again, having a trusted brand that differentiates you from everything else. And the way you do that is by proving that you're solving problems. So there's gonna be a million flash in the pan articles, SEO, like the competition's gonna be crazy. AI is just gonna be building everything. In this near future, you just type it in and Google gives you the whole thing custom for you. I mean, you log into Google and it'll just be like, here's what you need to know today. It'll just know what you want and create it from scratch. But that's going to be great, and we're all going to expect that. So the tide rises, and we all start to expect instant magic. Now it's like, what do you do at that point? Well, you're going to go find someone who actually cares about your industry, who knows and has personal human experiences and is solving problems for real people, and they show that on their website and their marketing. I've helped so many, these people do this, come join me. I've got resources and tools. We can make this easier, less painful for you, can help you get to your desired outcome faster. You're gonna have real people here holding you accountable, supporting you. That's what people are gonna crave when all this stuff is right at our fingertips in the near future.
I was just gonna say, in terms of creating content, one way you can still win is just what you're saying, personal experience. So, Google's qualitative metric is expertise, authority, and trust. But now they're rolling out experience, expertise, authority, and trust. I think it's their way of trying to get around some of the AI content coming out now, where they're not saying AI content's bad, but they are going to upvote pieces of content that speak from that first-party perspective, where you can really speak from that personal experience. So that's the way that we're continuing to optimize our content.
Also, I'm still having success. I just started SEO, right? And I'm not doing 1,000 articles a month, and I'm still having success. So I would say it's still worth it, right? Even when you're playing with big boys.
Yeah, I'm building with a buddy. We got some tools we're building around SEO, and it's fun. It's like you can play that game, but I don't recommend it to most people unless you really know what you're doing and like you have a plan. It's going to be a waste of time for most people to try to compete and write blogs around that stuff. So I'm not doing that, and I'm not recommending it to, especially when I know my clients who are busy and they have a real life and like they don't do this all day. They just want to help people. We're making much simpler solutions. But that is how I've incorporated it into like quick wins. How can I, again, it's just how can I solve problems for my clients faster? So using AI in the back end for yourself, like how can I, everything I do now, let me just show you what I mean by like, what I'm doing personally is every task in my business, everything I do, I turn it into prompts. So I don't think twice. I teach the AI once to do it, and I have tools for like every task in my business. And each one of these is like insane. So just so you can see how like into it I am, Like I teach the AI, this is what I tell it. Like this is my prompt, one prompt. I teach it all this stuff. So I never sit down and have to think. I just say like, I need the unique information about the task that I'm doing, and then I have the AI do it. So in this case, I can just show you. And actually, this one's fun because I built a bot for this. And let me show you right now. So this is one I do with every client, right? Let's pull it up here. So I call this brand snapshot. And this is a cool bot. Again, you can, if you want to learn how to do this stuff, one YouTube video, 10 minutes, you're going to know how to do this. It's really not complicated. Just log in here.
What is it called? Like what would you
Yeah. So you go into ChatGPT and click explore. I don't know why it's not clicking. Well, click ChatGPT, make your own GPT. That's what you would search for. And basically there's a tool that pops up and you just tell it, you can actually interact with it just like you would chat and say, I want to build a tool that will do this. It'll do research. It'll like analyze my website. It'll tell me things. It'll help me figure out what shoes to wear with this dress. Like almost anything you can imagine, it will do it. Like every industry, you can upload. I'm just saying, if you wanted to help like fashionistas, like put a thing out there that solves a problem. It'll scan videos, photos, like, well, not videos yet, but soon.
I was curious about what your experience is with building these. I noticed that I built a massive amount of HubSpot knowledge-based articles using the previous chat agent. And I found when you're prompting them, I was able to get very consistent results. But when I was started using the agents, part of it is like, I found that if you kind of steer out of the parameter, because I'd have these salespeople try to talk to them and messing it up. And, but it's just as far as I noticed that you can't quite curate the content the way you could is it if you're just using like a normal chat and prompting it through all those steps. So that's like, I was running into that problem today. I was curious about it.
Yeah, I agree. It's getting better at remembering stuff and continuing the train of thought for a long time. These new ones, I'm pretty new to this because I've been really maxing out the normal chat interface, and I found that same problem. I actually started using Claude a lot more. And if you guys use Claude by Anthropic, it's just remembers a lot more. So you can like you can put like a 3-hour YouTube video into it, like a transcript. It'll just, then you can start to interact, like, hey, pull out all the best quotes, or like when they said something about this, or how would they answer this question? And he just, like, I learn that way now. Like I'll take, if I take an online course, I'll take the whole transcript from hours of content, run it through, and then start to interact with it. Help me apply this to my unique situation. And the chatbot can actually talk to me based on that knowledge base that it has. I can interact with it as the customer, the student. It's mind-blowing how much more personalized that experience is. So I'm doing that now. That's what I'm doing with my course creators. They can upload all the hours and hours of content they've shared, and they're going to make that available to their students. Now, it's still early stages, and it's not as good as I would like yet. So I know some bot builders are in here. It's a lot of tools coming up like that, like upload 800 podcast episodes, and then my audience can interact with it and ask questions. Well, it's going to be a little off right now, but they're moving quick. So just get ahead of the curve because it's going to be coming down the pipeline soon. Anything you can imagine, again, it's analyzing photos and can help you pair like what wines would go with my, my dinner tonight, and it can help match that up. It's insane how smart it is. So almost any creative task that you have, you can start to train AI to do it and solve it. If you have unique knowledge, and if you're actually helping real people with real problems, start to look for ways to integrate that in here. So I'm just taking everything I do with my clients, and I can just say, I can have it write an example. So this one's kind of cool if you want to see what it does, like the end result. So I start here with every client, and it's just going to make up an example right now. So I could show you. It's going super slow, so it may not be. So I have it like come up with examples. This is a tool that if you guys want access to this to make your own brand snapshot, I'm going to make this. I'll make it available for free for a while. If you go to Design Hacker and sign up, I'll send it on email to give it to you guys. But we just figure out the basics, client overview, come up with like a basic bio, the niche, who we're helping, the ideal customer, their current situation, why they're not satisfied, their desires, their past attempts, why it's not their fault, obstacles to overcome. our brand promise, how we're coming in to help them. This is what we do, how we're making it easier for them, who this is best for, our brand voice, brands we want to emulate, like basic stuff. But that would take forever to do on your own, right?
So I do all the sales calls for our clients, and so when I do the brand snapshot with our clients, and I go over this with them, they're like, wow, you actually know my brand more than me. You understand it, I'm so close to it, I feel so confused, oh wow, someone has my bio. So this has really helped first our clients understand that we're experts at what we do, but also like to see that the AI can understand what they do. Because a lot of times when people say things like, oh, I have this complicated thing where I can't say what I do for a living, when you actually have it written down, your clients feel so seen, and they're definitely gonna want to work with you because they're like, because you understand what problems you're solving.
But when you said, I do this with my clients, are you writing the answers and you ask them questions?
What, you want to tell them about it?
Yeah, we have them fill out a form. So we ask a couple questions, or if they have a link to their site or anything they've made. And usually just like one sentence, like we get one sentence. Like, I mean, let's just try it. Like, let's give it one sentence. What do you guys, someone want to try? All right. So just tell me like what you do, who you help.
I'm a developer and I'm helping face trauma avoided.
What was it again?
I'm an app developer and I help people that have trauma in their past avoid that same trauma.
All right, so not much information. Now, this is what's cool. I designed the bot to actually ask questions. So if it doesn't know, instead of making stuff up, like be sure to ask some follow-up questions. So I told it to do like one quick little question. So I'm building this as a tool. Normally I would do it differently for my own business. But in this case, it actually goes through it. So let me try it with the normal chat. So if you guys if you use ChatGPT, then this will look familiar. It's just the normal, good old-fashioned chat. And this is like up until a few weeks ago, this is the way you would do it. Good old-fashioned. Yeah, back in my day. Remember when we had to?
3 months ago.
Oh my gosh, the internet's a little slow, so dang. I do have some crazy demos. Again, if you want to go to designhacker.com, I show a lot of cool stuff, and I'm teaching all this, so it's sometimes faster to do it that way. But today is more like big picture concepts. Yeah. Yeah, it can scan most websites now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think the demos might be a little. Let's try it. So I actually.
I don't want to take away from your core now.
Yeah, it's super cool. We can try a website. So who's got a website? Maybe you can do that faster.
HTTPS is checkmate.app. CHKMA .app. Is that it? Yeah.
So it can now like search the web. It can do things, you know. So it'll scan your site, analyze it, and then it will write the brand snapshot for you. All right. Safety rating tool for dating app users. Is that accurate? Okay. 3-tiered rating. Passionate about improving safety in online dating, aimed at reducing the risk of catfishing and ghosting. So it figured out, and I just trained it. Just say, hey, again, if you want to see how I trained it, I'll show you. Like, how is it doing this? Well, I told it what to do. And now I've literally. So the cool thing is, I got paid like over $100,000 to just play around with AI for 2 years. So like, I get it if like this is kind of like different. I'm just trying to show you the shortcuts, and what's possible. But I had a lot of time that I was able to invest into playing with things. So when I say niche or sub-market, like this is what it looks like in the prompt. I tell it, define a niche or sub-market by narrowing down 3 to 4 levels. Use the provided examples in the client notes as a guide. So I just showed it and tried to guide it. And through a lot of testing, I was able to get it to do things. It's just your ability to like communicate and tell it what to do, and it can then do it.
That kind of looks like a Russell Brunson niching down thing.
Yeah. I took this. I didn't make it up. I'm like taking the best ideas and I'm trying to get AI to do it.
Is this the only prompt that you're using in that GPT, or do you have other files and contexts?
This is actually the only one. What I did on the back end of it, I actually uploaded this as just a text document. So it analyzed that, and then in the instructions, I basically just like tried to make a better user experience through the instruction side. And then I uploaded this prompt to say, hey, review that for like the actual, like how to complete the task. So again, I'm just still early days of like figuring this out too, but I'm pretty pumped with how it's working, because it's actually almost like a software experience where someone could just get in there and start to talk with it. The bot that I made in literally like it took some time, but I mean, you could do this pretty quick and it will start to interact with you and do things.
As far as like actions, you just have it like zapping to the
I'm not even doing no actions. Yeah, it's built in.
I'm trying to figure out how do you, I love it, I just don't know how to do it.
So for example, I built custom GPTs on how to write a book that basically takes all of my prompts and runs all of my prompts on the back end. And now I'm selling those GPTs on just running ads and selling them, right? And so, I mean, you could build it. I was even thinking you could build something on, hey, this is a custom GPT on how to build a dating profile or what to say in your dating profile. Sell that as a lead magnet for your dating app.
Yeah, I'll show you some ideas of what my clients are doing. So this is a client who helps photographers. And she's just looking at all the problems and challenges they have. And one of the things she teaches them in their marketing is you should do a newsletter every week to keep your photography clients engaged and interested. So she's making all these resources. Again, these aren't bots yet, but the next level would be, it's like level 1 is teaching them, hey, you should do this, right? It's whatever you teach people to do. Level 2 is giving them like examples and templates to help them do that faster, right? So it's like, understand the concept. Now it's like, what would help me do that faster? A checklist, a resource, a guide, examples, like help make this more real for me, make it more practical. Level 3 is actually building a bot that does it for them. So level 1, she could teach photographers, and this is what she was doing, like you need to write newsletters. Here's what you should put in your newsletters. Level 2 is she made templates, again, using ChatGPT. She's like, all right, here's how I teach my students how to write better newsletters. Here's how I do it. Make a bunch of templates that I can sell. And AI can do that, but it's again, her knowledge and her experience in guiding the AI. So these are like products that she sells for over $500. And it's valuable because it's her guiding the AI, but it's making she would never sit down and write 52 weeks of templates. But now she can take what she knows, make it easier for them, right? Faster, easier solutions.
How would this work for a done-for-you service, where you're actually doing the work for them? Like, for example, I work specifically with Latin American companies who, English is not their first language, and they're trying to enter the U.S. market with services like software development services, et cetera. How would you productize a done-for-you service as opposed to like courses?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I've been paid basically to build all these prompts because I do it for my agency.
Right.
And my business now and my team uses these internally. Every task that we have, we're making it easier for ourselves. So I can spend more time with my clients doing higher level stuff. Like I can actually do more for my clients. We've got a team and processes that make it easier. But now I'm also going to teach this and sell it. And that's what I'm doing now with brandbuilderclub.com. For very low cost, you guys can get access to all this and start learning from me if you want to use this stuff. But that's what I'm doing, right? I'm building multiple streams of income around the problems that I'm solving. And that's why I'm building a brand in this space by figuring this stuff out for myself, helping my immediate clients. And now that can become literally like I'm building software tools now, like for free, that anyone in the world can use eventually. Yeah, so say that again. I couldn't hear you. Oh. No. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I think that makes sense. It's just the data, like it's the unique thing now is like the AI is trained on generic stuff that's all over the web. The next level that's happening now is each of us individually have our own data sets of knowledge that we can upload and train the AI on to do specific things in our business. So the AI can now know the general knowledge and this like private behind the scenes stuff that only I know, or my unique way of doing things that can now help me in my specific business.
What do you think is the next step? I don't get it. Because I see more, now it's answering, next step is thinking for us, and it's auto-GPT. We work with auto-GPT.
Yeah. I mean, AI is gonna be doing things.
I think I don't need to think anymore.
That's why I think building a brand's key. I mean, we're gonna just become, it's like a frog in boiling water. It's becoming normal to us. We don't even feel it changing. And it's like obviously gonna be a different environment. Hopefully we don't die, but like it's gonna be different. But we're gonna be used to it. Like it's gonna be comfortable to be like, yeah, obviously AI does all that. Now what? AI is gonna do so much for us and make everything easier, but we're still gonna want to do more. It's like the hierarchy of needs, right? We just move up to like everyone's gonna wanna know how to like be their full transcendent self or explore different parts of themselves that we don't have to get bogged down in the day-to-day stuff anymore. We can find new things to explore, creative tasks. Maybe you want to like build something cool. Like now you have all this time or space to do that. That's what I see is like everyone wants to know now who's the best at doing that. What am I really into? What am I curious about? Like that's what I get to do all day is like find what I'm passionate about, find problems that I want to solve, and then see if AI can do it. That's been the way I do it is tinker around and play.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe I can collect people that have their astrology stories, and then when you do your SEO, when you start doing your blogging, you can write it for you, but based on other people's stories and pull it and make it look original. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's awesome. Telling stories for sure. That's one thing. If you go to designhacker.com, I've got an AI training where we're doing a lot of that. So for me, I had a problem of all this content I was making. It was just collecting dust. I would never go back and pull out the golden nuggets and repurpose it and like find new ways to share it. Like you share something once, a few people see it, no one sees it. Now it's just sitting there. It's been my problem my whole career. I made hundreds of videos teaching stuff and online and never repurposed it because it was so much work or you had to hire someone. Well, now I just take the transcript, upload it to AI, and AI can analyze all that and pull out all these new ideas and like create new pieces of content or like help me reformat that in a more accessible way so you can tell stories more effectively and like really focus on like creating a real human connection with your content, with your ideas, with the experiences you create.
And that's how I can grab my new one.
Yeah, that's one way. And when it comes back to marketing, those 4 buckets, where do you use it? Is that like awareness content to attract people potentially? Like they're looking for that kind of stuff?
I'm just thinking someone looks up and says, how can I make my life safer? Some of those keywords that I would plug in and say, oh, this is what he knows. I just,
Yeah, let me show you one thing with that, and I'll just show you guys a couple more. So like just within these different examples, this one here is like another example of just like a really simple thing. We're adding, when we talk about offers, what are you selling? How do you make your offers better? When they buy from you, how can you make their life easier? Well, this client, she has a course helping beauty entrepreneurs, make more money in their business. And one of the challenges they had was social content. So she's like, well, let me come up with 30 days of content. Then we're like, well, let's enhance that and have the AI include like more information about it and a quick example for each one. Really basic thing, but in 2 seconds, you can have the AI enhance your content, make it more relatable and easier to implement. So it's like having examples for each day is just a super easy way to enhance the value here. Now the next level, again, examples are one way, and AI can come up with examples. The creativity of AI is amazing. It can come up with examples to help make your points stronger, to tell stories in a new way. The creativity is actually what's really fun about AI, and that's where, like with Copy AI, they actually had unique value in their content because it came up with, let me find an example of one. Let's see. Well, in a lot of these, they actually had examples. So it would have the actual like how to do it, and then examples where the AI would come up with all these examples of how you could apply this to it. So examples are huge in some of these different case studies. So on that note, what were you saying? Let me get back to that thought.
No, I'm just talking
Oh.
about blogs with people's stories, have them write in pull out from that information to use.
Yeah, last thought, I'll wrap up here. I don't know how we're doing on time, but we're good. I want to share, like, in my, like 10 years ago, I had software and we were trying to sell it. No one knew who we were. We had no funding, no ad spend. And we were like, cool, let's make a sales funnel. So we're like, let's, post some stuff. Let's try to like get the content out. Maybe run some ads. We spent like $1,000 on ads. It wasn't doing much. We had a great freebie. That was a free trial of our software. So how do you get them to take that first action? Try it out. Free trial, right? Our sales process, we had to figure that one out. It was like, hey, everyone, like, we don't really know who you are. You're kind of using our product. We did live demos, like videos. We got to know. We built a community. So we brought in our leads and started to interact with them. We started doing weekly live webinars. Again, more of a human connection here. Community, sharing ideas, sharing stories, and helping them understand the value of our product, make our product better, converted sales. But what really worked was personalization. So we're doing this like, hey, everyone, check out our product. Or what we did is we went and found people who had audiences that had problems. And we said, hey, you've got an audience of people that may benefit from our product. Can we collaborate? Can I do a free training to show how we're solving that problem? So we partnered with them. They promoted to their audience that already had a trusting relationship with that leader in that niche. Well, they didn't know us yet, but we invited them to a webinar. We got leads, much more qualified leads, because they're like, oh, this person said they're good. They're going to help me solve this specific problem that we all have. Then we did a training, and we had a more clear message to them. So it was much more personalized. And that's what I see with AI. Like, you can do that much faster. That's what Copy AI is doing. They are creating personalized, they're finding all the people that may benefit from their product, the problems that they have, and they use AI at scale to creatively solve that problem for free. And now they have thousands of pages out there solving problems for those different audiences. Same thing that we did in a much more high, much more effort building relationships. We only needed like 10, 20 people who had audiences, and we were able to grow to a $50,000 a month business with a team of like 3 or 4 of us. And I was able to live in my 20s running a software company and like never had a job. It was great. So I did that without any funding and just through like literally like 10 or 20 affiliate partnerships where they had incentive to go promote this to their audience, and we solved problems for that audience.
How do you develop the price for your product?
Pricing, that's, I always say start low and go up. Like if you can't sell it low, I mean, kind of, it really depends on your confidence, your ability to solve problems. As you start to get more confident in solving that problem, you'll naturally want to raise your price, or like you'll feel better charging more if you can show the outcome.
So as a marketer, when we want to write sales copy, we want to use the vocabulary of our audience. And typically, the way to do market research, you do a lot of qualitative interviews, or you actually hear from them, et cetera. Can AI do a lot of that market research for you, or does it already have that information in its database so that you can say, I want to target this niche market, and this is how they talk, or this is their pain points, or build an ICP or persona for you?
Yeah, I mean, I would just try it, like it's, you don't really know until I just try everything. If you have an idea like that, see what it does. I was initially in that brand snapshot, I was like, all right, for this audience, write out a list of identifiers of like how my audience would describe themselves. So I was trying that across a wide range of industries for all my clients. And it got a little goofy because it would be like, we help, they would just come up with these like goofy names of how they would identify. And then when it would write content, it would kept weaving in these like goofy names that like, I just took it out because it was just getting too like hung up on those like unique, quirky identifiers or like how they just say things. So if you specify, this is how my audience talks, this is how they, identify, it'll do that, but you may not want to get so hung up on those details when it comes to content creation. All right, we did the examples. Quick recap, just to like summarize these key points. And I hope this is, you guys getting some value out of this? Is this helping? All right. To summarize all that, again, this is what I've seen across the board from giant companies with millions of customers to literally like just anyone who wants to start an idea over the weekend. This is what you could do to start building a brand and building new streams of income. All right, get clear on your micro niche. And that may just be one person in particular. Go solve their problem. I always tell like some of my clients, one of the examples I shared that's doing over $100,000 a year in course sales, she kept saying, oh, I want to teach, this thing. I'm really passionate about this. I want to teach it. We're like, go help 10 people. Like my challenge her, just go find 10 people you can help and figure it out and like start helping them. And then, after doing that for a few months, she got really confident. And then she's like, okay, I'm going to do a free class. And then it was like, okay, I'm going to pre-sell my course idea. And if you want to solve this, come join me. And she sold it. She sold it at like 80% off or something the first time because she wasn't really sure if she could sell it. Now she's selling it full price. She's built a brand, multiple different products around that brand. And she's got different levels of pricing, different offers. Again, the offer, right? You could find different ways to help people. It may be a $10 download. It may be a $10,000 mastermind program. But really it should be within that same micro niche, same problem you're solving ideally. You don't want to deviate out of that. And again, most businesses, this is like my world that I'm in, is these types of businesses. I don't know if it like would work for big retail and whatnot. Like that's not my world. So I'm more in the entrepreneurship. I want to build income around my passion. And this is how we're doing it. Yeah. Yeah, last slide. Cool, yeah. Perfect. All right, so the last slide here, just to recap, get clear on your micro niche, get clear on their problems. And I didn't show you, it was going slow, but the next step, literally the next step after I do that brand snapshot, I have a prompt that will list out the top problems that your customer's facing, and then 3 ideas of resources and tools that would help solve that problem quickly and easily. So if you guys want to see that, again, I'll be teaching this stuff at designhacker.com. All that's going to be available to you. But you can use AI to find out what the problems are, and then what solutions can you offer, and then try it out. Actually do it. Solve those problems. See if you can make their life easier, faster, easier, better than ever before. Document that. So build your brand around documenting the success. Every person you help, document it, put it on your site. That's your brand. Like that's what people are going to look for in the future. Reviews, actual people that you've helped. Then productize and package it. Now find better ways, again, not time for money ways of making money, but try to find other ways to make money, easier money. This stuff can be working for you around the clock. Then leverage this to build your brand, make that easy money. So that's the playbook. Cool. Q&A, discussion, what do you want to do, Sharon? Like Q&A? Oh, do you guys, is it like open discussion, just hang out now?
Now we're gonna turn off the YouTube and then we'll have networking or whatever and clear
When are you gonna put an email to us? You said you're gonna send some stuff.
Yeah, I recommend go to designhacker.com. I've got a free AI training. If you register for that, you'll get some of this stuff, and I'll email any updates around what I'm building.
Cool.
because we have to be out of the room at 8:30.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Send me the checklist, is that the one?
That will work. Yeah, that'll get you on my list. Those are a few resources for you guys.
Cool. Can I just interrupt one thing at the end? We're having an event in February 2nd here at the Capitol Factory. There's gonna be 5 speakers. It's an all-day event if you're interested. Andrew's gonna be a speaker. It's gonna be more lengthy. Zachariah, Evan, and 2 other speakers. So if you're interested, I have some postcards.
Joey McCoy from
Julie McCoy too. I forgot about her. Oh,
Yeah.
she's content hacker and content at scale. So these are the speakers, and if you're interested, February 2nd, 2024. So, thank you. Thanks. Oh, here, take one.
It's all day, you said?
Yeah, it's an all-day event.
So you
9 to
serving-
5.
You serving food?
No. Lunch. I'm gonna get a snack. Lunch is
Yeah, I'll be, it's not available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sit down. Yeah. Well, as soon as it's, I just finished up something else. I don't have any work. How you doing? It's like a text.
Yeah, it's needed. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people, it's such that like it's kind of later. I think it's almost well that yeah, I mean that's what yeah, every since I found this book, I think speaking of food, food's on. Sales marketing. Yeah, for sure. I wish I could go forward. Sure. I'll get it to you. Remind me. Yeah.